Mom. How are you feeling today? Is little Musty still acting up? Oh, hello, dear. Little Musty is feeling much better than me. I'm fairly certain of that. Oh, no. What's wrong? Oh, what isn't wrong? Your brothers are fighting. I'm fighting with my insurance company, and the gutters are falling apart as we speak. Well, aren't my brothers supposed to be helping with that? They're too busy fighting with each other. Oh, okay, I see. I knew that it was going to be hard after your father died, but honey, I had no idea that it would be this hard. I know, Mom, I'm sorry. I mean, your dad used to take care of nearly all of this stuff. He would have fixed the gutters. He would have gotten your siblings in line. He would have cussed out that insurance agent and gotten me a better deal. Or kicked off your plan. At least I had somebody fighting for me then. Hey, come on, Mom, I'm fighting for you too. If there's anything that you need, you know I'm just a phone call away. I appreciate that, dear, I really do, but you have your own life too, you know. What life are you talking about? Well, you have your apartment and your job at the prison and the snakes. Yes, you still have those, right? William and Harry? Oh, yeah. Although Harry keeps getting himself stuck in situations that he can't get out of. I don't think he's very bright. Well, as far as snakes go, I suppose. It'll be okay, Mom. Believe me. I have plenty of time to help you. There's not much of a social life going on here for sure. All right. Well, I appreciate that, but there's only so much that you can do about some things, I think. What do you mean? Try me. Oh, I don't want to bother you with it. You'll think that it's silly. I don't think anything until you tell me, Mom. Oh, okay. Well, have you heard of that Find a Grave website? Where you can look up people's grave sites and see photos of the headstones and such? I've heard of it. I guess I've never really felt the need to use it. Well, you're still young. Give it a few years, darling. Oh, okay, great. Thanks. Nothing like a reminder of my own mortality from my mother to start off the morning. Well, anyway, I was just curious as to what your Aunt Constance's grave looked like on there, so I looked it up. Uh-huh, and what did you find? Were you aware that you could leave comments on that website? No, actually, I've never been on it, but that does seem kind of weird, right? It's so people can leave their remembrances and such. Oh, okay, well, yeah, that makes sense. It would make sense if what the people said were nice and kind, and not what this person wrote. Oh no, did somebody write something really nasty about Aunt Constance? I can't imagine why. You always said she was such a sweet woman. Yes, and not just someone. This woman who we knew over 50 years ago. Well, who is she? What did she write? Her name is Judy Collins. We went to school with her, back at Abbott. Okay, and? Well, your Aunt Constance turned into a sweet woman, but in her youth, she could be a bit of a bully. Really? I thought that you said she was a missionary. She was, and very devoted. It was such a shame when she brought back that rare blood-borne pathogen. At least it didn't affect anyone else in the family. Well, thank goodness for that. But yes, there was a girl named Judy, and Aunt Constance played a rather cruel joke on her our freshman year of high school. What did she do to her? Well, it was more like payback, really, for something that Judy had already done to your aunt. So how did it start? This Judy woman happened to, well, steal your aunt's boyfriend. Wait, my aunt, my pious Aunt Constance, had a boyfriend? She didn't take her vows to Christ until much later, Flora. Okay, sorry. And as I've alluded to before, she was a bit of a wild one before. So anyway, Constance has been going out with Marty Squires for about 3 weeks when Judy came and snatched him away from her. Now, I told her that it was her own fault. If she couldn't make her man happy, it was her own fault that some other girl took him away. So you said you guys were freshmen in high school, right? Well, yeah. Right, just checking. So, to get even, on the last day of the school year, she put an open tin of sardines in Judy's locker. Oh, really? So it was in there all summer? Yep, and we never changed lockers back in those days at that high school. Not to mention no air conditioning, so she had to suffer with that locker for 3 more years. Oh my God, that is vile. So you think she's still upset about this after all this time? I mean, is that what the comment was about? It wasn't just that. She said that her sister was a part of it too. But you weren't, right? Well, But Mom, I thought that you said you were always a good girl. I was. I mean, I am, but I kind of came up with the idea. You came up with it? Well, she asked me, and she was my big sister, you know. I guess I just really wanted to impress her. I suppose I did, because she really ran with the idea. But I don't even know how Judy would know anything about that part. So what did she say about you? Well, she put a hex on me. A hex? Like a curse? Yes, exactly, Flora, like a curse. Well, is she a witch or something? I don't know, but now I'm terrified. Oh, come on, Mom, you don't really believe in that stuff, do you? Well, no, but still, I don't know. How should I know? No one has ever put a hex on me before. Not that you know of. Don't mess with me. This happened, 60 years ago, and Aunt Constance died 50 years ago? Why do you care so much about what this old hag has to say, Mom? Because, what if other people see? And then they'll know about it all. Who else except you and this weirdo is looking up Aunt Constance's grave? And even if they do, so what? But I just can't handle strangers judging me, Flora. You know this about me. Yeah, I guess I do, but I still don't get it. Can't you just call the company and ask them to take it down? Take what down? The comment on finding a grave? Yes, of course, the hex. You can't have a hex on someone else on your website. That has to go against some type of rules, right? Well, I'll try, Mom, but I don't know what they're going to say. Just, would you talk to them, please? All right, fine, I'll try, but I wouldn't expect anything.
Find a grave tech support. How may I help you?
Hi, my name is Flora, and I'm calling on behalf of my mother, Rhea, about her sister's grave.
Okay. Is it the photo you have a problem with, or...?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I should have specified. It's actually about a comment that someone left.
Oh, yes, our notorious Find a Grave comment section. Let me guess. Someone from the distant past wrote something that hurt someone's feelings?
Yes, actually, my mother's.
Ah, I see. Well, what was it?
Does it really matter?
If you want the comment removed, it does.
Okay, well...
Does it contain any obscene or otherwise foul language?
No, it doesn't.
Any racism or homophobia?
No, none of that.
Threats of violence to oneself or others?
No, not that either, unless you count a hex as a threat of violence.
Hex? What do you mean by hex?
That's what the comment is. Apparently my Aunt Constance was a bully in high school.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, she put tuna in some girl's locker for a whole summer, and I guess it ruined her high school experience or something.
So, she put a hex on your mother? I don't understand. Your aunt is already dead.
Look, are you going to look for logic in any of this? My mom is upset, and I'd just really appreciate it if you took it down.
Well, I'm afraid I can't do that.
What? What do you mean you can't do that? Why not?
If the comment does not violate our terms of service, then I can't remove it. And I'm sorry, but a hex doesn't fall under those guidelines. Now, a curse, maybe.
A curse and a hex are the same thing.
A curse and a hex are similar, but they are not the same, okay? Trust me.
Okay, I'll trust you. You do work for Find a Grave, after all. So you're saying that there's nothing you can do? You can't take it down, then?
I'm sorry, but it would be a violation of the hexer's freedom of speech.
Don't you mean freedom to hex?
Right, exactly. Is there anything else that I can help you with today?
I don't think so.
That's great. Now, I'd love it if you left me some feedback below about our interaction today, along with a rating on our 5 tombstone rating system. 5 tombstones, of course, being the very best possible service you could have received today.
Great, wonderful. I'll be sure to give you 5 tombstones.
Awesome. Also, are you interested in joining our Grave of the Month plan? For only $17.99 a month, you can find any grave in our database and leave digital flowers.
No thanks, I'm good.
Okay, well, thank you and have a living day.
You too. Hey, Mom. Hello, honey, I was hoping that you'd text me. Did you talk to the Find a Grave website people about your aunt's grave? About the comment? Yes, I talked to someone there. Oh, and what did they say? Are they going to take it down? No, Mom, I'm sorry, but they said they can't do it. That's a freedom of speech issue. A freedom of speech issue? That's madness. Who says that hexes are freedom of speech? Do I have the right to yell out a hex in a crowded theater? Yeah, Mom, actually you do. But I would never dream of actually doing it, is my point, dear. Well, I guess because she didn't threaten you with actual harm, there's nothing that they can do. Actual harm? But of course they expressed actual harm. What do these idiots up there think a hex is? I don't know what they think, Mom. Oh, this is all such a nightmare. Now this woman has won, hasn't she? Only if you let her. Now everyone who sees that grave page is going to think about me and her and Tuna. Mom, it's only your perceptions of events that bring you happiness or pain. Oh, don't lay that Eastern crap on me again, Flora. You know I don't agree with it. What does agreeing with it have to do with anything? What? You see, that right there. Just more of your weirdo mind games. That's why I like straight to the point Western philosophy, like findagrave.com? Yes, exactly. Okay, Mom, you really need to get over this. I will get over it. Once I talk to Judy Collins and set all of this straight. Well, once you talk to Judy Collins. What, me? I found her number. I need you to text her and tell her to take that comment down. She's the only one who can do it. And why am I the only one who can tell her to? Because she's not going to listen to me, obviously. She hates me. And besides, you're much more convincing than I am. Oh, I am I? Yes, absolutely. When you were a little girl, you could convince me to buy you anything, remember? It's not that I could convince you. You were just a big pushover. And honestly, you still are if you keep letting all this trivial nonsense drive you insane. Would you please just call her? It's the last thing I'll ask of you, all right? Fine, but just so as I'm on the record here, I feel that this is enabling you and will do you no good. Fine, enable me. Enable away. Hi, is this Judy Collins? Yes, it is. And who is this? Hi, Judy. This is Flora, Ray's daughter. What do you want? Listen, I don't want any trouble, okay? I don't want any trouble either. Oh, well, you did steal her boyfriend, but what was that? Oh, nothing, but, listen, I know that a lot of stuff went down between you and my aunt and mom a long time ago. A very long time ago, like a really long time ago. Yes? But, I was hoping that maybe you could take that comment about the whole tuna thing down from her to find a grave. Could you maybe do that? So your mom made you call me, huh? What? No, I'm calling of my own volition. Just like she made you call to find a grave tech support, huh? What? How did you know about that? I know a lot of things, Flora. Living this long, husbandless, childless. You have time to learn a lot of things. Oh, so you never got married, huh? Well, I'm not married either. Yes, but you don't understand. You're just a young girl, you see. Back in those days, it was shameful not to be married off by a certain age, and me, well, who wanted to be married to Tuna Fish Judy? Oh, you see, it wasn't just the locker that the tuna stunk up. It was my whole life. That smell followed me everywhere. It stuck to my clothes and flesh and hair. No boy would talk to me. I couldn't get a date until college. But by then, it was too late. My confidence had been shattered. I heard their taunts in my dreams. Hey, Tuna Fish Judy, what's today's catch? Or, hey, Tuna Fish Judy, do you sleep on ice? Oh my God, Judy, I'm so sorry. That's horrible. I had no idea that it was ever that bad for you. Eventually, I contemplated suicide, just chucking myself into some tuna-heavy river. I figured that would show them. If they think I'm a tuna, let me be one with them forever. But then I decided no. I'm not going to give them the satisfaction. I'm going to get even. So I began to plot. You began plotting against my aunt? Yes! And then, sadly, she reformed her ways, and if I did something to her, everyone would be mad at me. But then she died, so it didn't matter anyway. So why are you doing this to my mother after all these years? You know, she's really upset about all of this hex business. Because revenge is a dish best served cold, that's why, and with a hex. Look, lady, I'm sorry that you feel that your tuna-smelling locker held you back in life, but you're in your 70s now. Isn't it about time to stop blaming everyone else for your problems? What? Excuse me? Well, I'm just saying, if you couldn't find yourself a husband, it wasn't because of some can of tuna. Then how else would you explain it? Well, I'd say probably because you're kind of nasty and crazy. I wasn't born this way. I was made it through years of systemic abuse. So you're really not taking it down? No! Is there something that my mom can do for you that will get you to take it down, then? An apology or something. An apology? After all this time? Yeah, I mean, that would be nice, right? But she wouldn't really be sorry. She just wants me to take down my comment. How do you know she isn't sorry? Well, is she? Talk to her yourself about it. Do you want her number? Well, no, I don't want that old hag's number. You two are practically the same age, aren't you? There's an 18-month difference. Okay, whatever. I seriously can't believe how stubborn some old ladies are. Like, seriously, you really hold on to the past, don't you? It was a different time. There wasn't much to do back then but make and maintain grudges. Hey, Pisces, how's it going? Flora, my darling, your energy is very gray and cloudy today. Please, tell me all about it. Well, it's my mom. She's all stressed out. Oh, no. She's a widow, isn't she? Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with it. Or it's got everything to do with it. I don't know. Well, what's going on? It started with her feeling overwhelmed with everything, the house, my stupid brothers and sisters, but then she started really obsessing about finding a grave thing. Find a grave thing. Yeah, some woman her sister picked on in high school left a hex or something for her on Find a Grave. Oh, dear, but does your mom even believe in curses?
Well, no.
So then what is she so upset about? Well, I guess that she doesn't like someone sharing her dirty laundry in public like that, but I think it's getting at something more. Something more? Like what? I don't know, guilt maybe? Guilt for coming up with the whole tuna prank to begin with? Tuna? Or maybe it's just guilt for ever feeling the need to impress her sister in the first place. I don't know. A tuna prank? Yeah, my Aunt Constance put tuna in this girl's locker over the summer. It was my mom's idea, too. Oh my god, that is foul. Well, she did steal her boyfriend. Oh, well, okay. How old were they? 15, and it was her first boyfriend. Well, that's understandable then. But the woman has been holding a grudge ever since, and since my aunt is long gone, she decided to go after my mom. And I suppose they won't take something like that down. Freedom of speech and all. Nope, and I even talked to the woman. You did? You talked to her? Yep, Judy Collins. Interesting woman. What did she say? I tried to talk her into taking the comment down. But she wouldn't do it. Nope, and I swear I almost had her there for a second, too. Well, in a perfect world, the two would just talk and bury the hatchet, settle their differences like adults. Yeah, well, I'm not sure there's any chance of that happening. I mean, I told my mom that she can't let this bother her, that nobody cares, but I think it's really affecting her self-esteem issues. Well, I know that you don't want to enable her. No, please, I'll enable away. Okay, well, there's this man that I know. Well, I don't know him. People I know people who know him. Uh-huh. I see, go on. He does tech work, special kinds of tech work, like the kinds that you need doing that you aren't supposed to get done. You mean like hacking and stuff? I didn't say that. Right, of course. I could give you his name and number, but I must warn you, he does not come cheap, and he requires severe discretion. Okay, fine, give it to me. What's his name?
Harpo's Specialized Computer Repair, how may I help you?
Hello, is this Harpo?
Yes it is.
Nicki Minaj.
Excuse me?
Nicki Minaj?
The singer? What about her?
Well, isn't that what I'm supposed to say?
I'm sorry, but I don't...
Oh, wait! Nicki Minaj sells seashells by the seashore.
One moment. Seriously?
What?
If you require my services, at least get the password straight before you text me.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It's fine. Now, how may Harpo help you today?
Oh, okay, well, thanks. My name's Flora, and it's actually for my mom, Rhea.
No names, please.
Oh, right, sorry. So, this woman from my mom and aunt's high school, she left a really nasty comment on my aunt's Find a Grave page, you see?
Her Find a Grave?
Yeah, she died a long time ago.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that.
So, anyway, I guess my aunt and mom left, like, tuna in this girl's locker or something, and I guess it ruined her life because she's still talking about it.
Uh-huh.
And then she put a hex on my mom to find a grave. Can you believe that?
I see.
So anyway, I talked to tech support on their end, and they said their hands are tied, so...
So you're asking me, an underground, black market hacker, to remove a hex from Find a Grave?
If you could, yeah, that would be great.
Well, I'm sorry, ma'am.
Flora.
I said no names!
Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm sorry, but this is just not something that I do.
Really? But why not?
Have you ever heard of the phrase small potatoes?
Oh, so something like a hex isn't a big deal to you? Well, it may not be a big deal to you, but let me tell you something, mister. It's a big deal to us.
Is it really, though?
I don't know.
Ma'am, might I suggest to you that you may be, like, enabling your mom?
Yes, shockingly, you're not the first one to suggest that.
I understand your urge to want to protect her, to just try to make it all go away, but in the end, that's really not what's going to help things, is it?
Hey, Harpo, you're preaching to the choir here.
Well, you know how these old ladies can get sometimes. Vindictive, stuck in their ways, obsessive about the past.
Oh, you have a mom like that too, Harpo?
I don't usually talk about my mother with my clients, but yes, my mother is quite the same way. She holds on to things and people. It's as if the less time she has in front of her, the more she spends living in the past.
And anywhere but the present.
Yes, exactly. And that is the key, is it not? To live in the moment, whatever our age.
That's the goal, right? But isn't that easier said than done?
Talk to your mother.
I have talked to her.
Talk to her again. Tell her that this is not the way.
Ugh, all right, fine. Do I still have to pay for the whole hour?
I'll round down.
Hey, Mom, how are you doing? Oh, hello, dear. I'm doing pretty well, actually. Oh, really? I'm surprised to hear that. What happened? Well, haven't you heard? The hex has been lifted. Oh my god, that's great news. So Judy finally took down the comment? That's right. She called me and we straightened the whole thing out. Oh, wow. Really? She called you? I don't know what you said to her, dear, but something must have stuck. She apologized and took it down and even invited me over for some tea. Wow, Mom, that's crazy. I know, isn't it, though? What a miraculous turn of events. And I've decided that I'm going to apologize as well. Who cares, right? It was so long ago. Yeah, Mom, I mean, you two were just kids. Forget about it. So she no longer blames her life of failure on you? Her life of what? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Let's just let sleeping dogs lie. Yes, that's what I figure we should do as well. We aren't getting any younger, you know. And that goes for you too, dear. Thanks, Mom. Uh-huh. So what would you have done if she had refused to take it down? You mean, would I have accepted it or whatever? Yeah, would you have just moved on, accepted that nobody really cares? Well, to be honest, dear, probably not. My generation isn't like yours. Our whole lives aren't on the internet forever for everyone to see. You may be fine with something like that being up there, but I'm not. And yet it still is your own perception. Easy, Buddha. Let's not push our luck, all right? Fine, Mom. Have it your way. Rhea and Judy decided to have lunch the next week, and much to Rhea's surprise, she ordered ahi tuna. They became fast friends and even went on a cruise together that fall. Flora never could quite understand why her mom cared so much about the comment, but it was one more reason to make her want to be cremated. In fact, she took the opportunity of her mom being away to make her own funeral arrangements and vowed that no one would ever be able to find her grave.